Lisa Ann and I are like that. I mean, she came on to a live session I had. How long ago was it? About a year, maybe? When you came live? It was about a year ago on Instagram Live. And she was flowing a certain way, and I was listening to her, and I was like, this session needs to go on for another, because the live cuts off after an hour. And I was like, well, let's go for a second hour. Let's go for a third. So we were flowing because she was saying things that I can really relate to. Anyway, appreciate and I'm honored. Yeah, that's me. You've got my picture, thank you. And it
looked good, it looked good.
You know, it's my best picture. So yeah, I'm Curtis, and what I want to do is, I was asked to empower social work students. How many do we have? Raise your hands. Lovely. Wow. So it's nearly half. And this is the thing. And I feel sorry for those of you who are coming from South Bank, but that's okay. That's okay. You'll survive. But this is it. What I wanted to do was just talk about three things. I could do 10, but look at three things that are empowering for social workers and social work students. The first one is this. You're talking to someone who is very much acquainted with the imposter voice. Raise your hand if you know about that. Of course you do. I can't believe it. All of us are suffering with the same thing, but something that we did, and it was interesting, it just coincides with a live that I did with Lisa Ann. And I worked this out, and I'm talking about life experience here. Since a child, I've suffered with I am not good enough. Never had I've never been encouraged to do well. But my family loved me. As long as there's food in your belly and you're clothed, that's it. But actually, life is more than that. So you go into the world and you're expected to deal with it. But when you go into, in my family, there is no university. We just get on with life, okay? That's how it is. So there was always a voice, it's very strong. I know you can relate, that says you can't really do this. Now, my advice on my live with Lisa Ann, and we were talking about this, was sit down with that voice. This is what I advise you to do. Set a table in your head, not literally, because you'll be, it wouldn't be a good look, okay? Set a table with the imposter in your mind and have a conversation. What am I scared of and why? It's okay, because I would say to you that that imposter is actually your friend. You just have to understand that person. That's my first piece of advice. Don't run from yourself is really what I'm saying. Engage yourself. Sit in your fearful moments and sit and listen to those fearful voices and have a conversation and rationalize them in a way that works. You have to do that because you cannot run from yourself. That's my first piece of advice. My second piece of advice is this. Some of you might work this out in your placements, is that there are social workers that have a lot of experience that are not good for the service. We know this. Yeah. So this is the thing, right? You're not going to be that one. That's not you. It just tells you that experience does not mean that, I think you can finish my sentence. Experience doesn't mean much. Okay, it's your heart. It's your mindset. This is not rocket science. Just remember, they were once where you are. You're in the office and you're hearing a lot of acronyms used. People are able to put on that professional speak, but are they actually helping people? Are they really, in effect, doing their job? And I've seen assessments that have scared me. I've had conversations with social workers that worry me. I've had to go to my manager and say, that social worker, I'm worried. I would hate to be assessed by them, okay? But that's not you. That's not you. So understand that actually, experience means nothing. Will I be able to do it? Of course you will, because bad social workers are doing it. That's simple logic, isn't it? So it's obvious. Rationalize this. Do simple maths, right? You actually going to do a better job than those who are doing a bad job. It's simple, isn't it?
Amen.
Okay. Okay, let's go to church. You know what I mean? Let's go to church. Okay. This is the last thing I want to talk about. Come on now. Face ID. Come on. Doesn't want to do it. Okay, so this is the last thing I want to talk about. The reason why I'm going to my notes is because I'm trying to be structured in my approach to life. I can do things off the cuff. That's why Lisa, she said to me, "Are you ready?" I said, "Yeah." I could just do it, but I'm trying to be structured. Here, check this out. I want to tell you a bit about my life story with that great imposter voice. I have learned, and this is to end the first point and leads me into the third point. I have learned to live with not believing in myself. And I'm talking to my son, my middle child is 16, and I said to him, "What do you think gets results?" I'm going to give you two people as an example. The person who doesn't believe in himself but does it anyway, or the person who believes but doesn't do anything. You understand? I have to talk to my black son. This is an issue because black boys struggle in academics, and he's struggling. We've had to get him a tutor. He's the easiest child to raise in the whole world. And that comes with, he's too easy about life. You know what I mean? So we have to do more for him, and I'm trying to reason with him. How do you get things done when you don't believe in yourself? And I said to him, just do it anyway. Do you know what I mean? Doing a bad job is better than doing no job. This makes sense, right? Well, let's go to my life story. So, having come from a place and a time where, and a community that all they care about is whether you're fed and watered, you have to find yourself. So I spent 25 years out of education. I had never done homework in my life. I had never done an assignment. I did my degree over I did a social work diploma, that was 4 years in total. I did that and I passed with a distinction. And I was like, how the heck did I do that? I have no idea how I did it. But what I did do is I learned how to give tutors what they wanted. Do you understand that? Yeah. So it's almost like playing a game. You know, what do you want to see? That's what the world is. It's about understanding the systems and the patterns and not stressing yourself out. So I did that, right? And again, I said university is not a part of my family legacy. So when I go to university, I went to university carrying the high from college. Now, understand, I've been working for years. My CV is as long as this room and achieving very little. I do my degree, and in my second year, I'm flying. Okay, one hiccup here and there, but I'm flying. I do my placements, but I've been in the workforce for over 20 years, so I'm good. I can do that. Youth justice, working with young people and so forth. Court work, all of that. And then third year, anxiety punched me in the gut unexpectedly. And I was expecting, like all my dreams at night, to fail. In fact, it was already predetermined that I would fail. And for that last year, my body was keeping a score of my anxiety, and I struggled to stand up straight. Yeah. Got a first. Okay, got a first. Yeah. And I'm always told off, I never blow my trumpet, so I did it a little bit just now. I got a first because I sat in an uncomfortable space and did the work. So I'm trying to give you a really down-to-earth perspective of, you remember, I'm trying to empower you now, okay? That's my job, that's what we're doing, we're gonna do it. I'm sitting in a space of uncomfortability and still doing the work, okay? My wife said to me, Curtis, you need to go and do your PhD. PhD, come on. What am I doing with a PhD? And in my unbelief, I applied for it, and I started it, okay? Now, yeah, I appreciate the applause, yeah, because when I go home, I've still got to sit with myself, you know what I mean? These applause is like a cup of coffee. It's gonna wear off in a little while, you know what I mean? But I want you to understand, yeah, that in your self-disbelief, in your anxiety, it's amazing how you can still transform lives. And in fact, that energy, people will know you, that you're working for. When I say working for, service users, they will know you because you're sitting in a very humble space. I don't really tell people that I'm doing a PhD, but I plan to do it to encourage others. I don't blow my own trumpet. So you are all the first to know, apart from a couple of you. I want you to know that your humility and your humanity is what is needed, okay? So whether you believe in yourself or not, you are still going to save lives. That's amazing. Do you get that? So it doesn't really matter so much about what you think of yourself, it's what you do. So I said this to my son, it's what you do that matters, it's not what you think. Now, what you do is informed by what you think, but you can override that and skip that, short circuit that and say, let me just do. Okay. So I have my path carved out. Like I heard someone talking, it was outside, it was yourself, sis here, was talking, and she was saying that I've had some families that have driven me crazy. Let's be real for a minute. Okay, that have given me headache, that I go to bed thinking of them. I'm waking up at 2 o'clock, then I wake up at 3 o'clock, then I wake up at 4 o'clock thinking of them. Yeah, this is what you're coming into, by the way. Yeah, this is it now, right? And they're giving me hell. Why? They're trying to stuff me over, they're saying lies, they're trying to embarrass me. And then when it comes to the end of the intervention, they're crying their eyes out. Because you're the best social worker you've ever had. You understand?
In court.
In court, torn to pieces. This is social work. And the most beautiful part of it is this. It's changing me. So it's changing how I parent. It's changing how much grace I have for human beings. I now look at people and I say, I get it. I get your journey. This is why. And this is not service user. This is family. This is my own family. This is my friend. This is my colleagues. I'm looking at them. I said, I get it. You've gone through something. How can we help you to get there? So social work is, for me, literally life-changing. Yeah. So get ready. You've already started. Some of you are on placement. Get ready to change other people's lives, but get ready to receive the change on yours. So here I am. A PhD, interestingly for me, is only a stepping stone because I've planned my course. It's not a ladder. It's a linear journey. I'm still going. I'm not trying to climb anything. I'm trying to sit in a certain space because I want to influence change. Now, I stand in media. Some of you see me on media. I get slaughtered heavily. And I'm learning to be comfortable with that space. Some of you are smiling because you know the pain, right? But Les Saran, some of these guys in the front row, some of you all as well, who are students, who are standing out here, taking bullets for trying to promote social work, you are all the game changers. Your student label means nothing. It's your heart. So, over time, we will become bulletproof and be able to stand up no matter what shots are fired at us. As for me, I stand here as a human, trying to stand here as a human and trying to help other people do the same thing. I've been told the time, and I could talk, but I appreciate that, and I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully that helps you on your journey, but we need you. Social work needs you. Social work needs you. Thank you.